You know, when we talk about pregnancy, our focus is almost always on the baby, right? But what if I told you the real story, the most profound biological event, is the total transformation of the pregnant person? We're talking about a complete redesign that affects every single organ. So let's dive into how this incredible process actually unfolds.
I mean, that sounds pretty intense, doesn't it? And that's because it is intense. This isn't some slow, gentle process. From the very beginning, it's an all-systems-go event, where the body is literally remaking itself to support a new life. The scale of these changes is just, well, it's astounding.
Okay, so what kicks this whole thing off? Well, it all comes down to hormones. The moment an embryo implants, a cascade of hormones is unleashed, orchestrating this incredible symphony of change throughout the entire body.
All right, next up is maybe one of the biggest mysteries in all of human biology. Think about it. The immune system's whole job is to find and destroy foreign invaders. And a fetus, which has DNA that's only a 50% match, well, technically it's a foreign body. This presents the immune system with its single greatest challenge.
So yeah, the big question is, how does the body do this? How does it protect something it's literally programmed to attack? It's a puzzle that has fascinated scientists for decades. It's like the body calls a truce, but it's a truce of the absolute highest order.
Okay, let's break this down a bit. Normally, the immune system's playbook is simple. Recognize foreign DNA and then attack it. But in pregnancy, it's like the body throws that playbook out the window. The system still recognizes the DNA is different, but instead of attacking, it shifts into protection mode, actively creating a safe space for both individuals.
Now, you might think the body just turns down the immune system, right? But that would be way too risky, leaving the pregnant person vulnerable. No, it's much, much smarter than that. It's a super sophisticated, multi-layered strategy. You have specialized immune cells that form a kind of protective barrier around the fetus. And on top of that, the body creates a physical barrier, a mucus plug, to literally seal the cervix and keep germs out. It's an absolutely brilliant strategy.
And that amazing immune system tightrope walk, that's really just the beginning. The very same hormones that are managing all of that are also setting off a chain reaction, a domino effect that ripples through the entire body.
Okay, so meet our two main players here, progesterone and relaxin. Their big job is to tell muscles all over the body to, well, relax. The main goal, of course, is to let the uterus expand. But here's the thing, that memo to loosen up goes out to the whole body. And this is where that ripple effect really kicks in. Those same hormones slow down the digestive tract. They relax the little valve at the top of the stomach, which is what leads to heartburn. Then, as the uterus grows and pushes up on the diaphragm, progesterone steps in again, telling the body to breathe faster to make up for it. So when you think about it, a lot of those common pregnancy symptoms, they're not random. They're just the side effects of this one super important instruction to make room.
All right, let's move on to the circulatory system. Because to support a whole new life, your heart and blood vessels have to go into complete overdrive. We're talking about a massive ramp-up to engineer a brand new life source.
I mean, just look at this number, 50%, sometimes even more. That is a huge increase in the amount of blood in your body. It's like the body is engineering more of its most vital fluid just to meet the demands of building a whole new person and a placenta completely from scratch.
But here's where it gets really interesting. While your total blood volume skyrockets by 50%, the amount of red blood cells, the ones that carry oxygen, only goes up by about 25%. This means the blood is actually more diluted, and that's why the need for iron goes through the roof during pregnancy. You need a lot of it to build enough red blood cells for two.
So as you can imagine, all of this has some pretty big consequences for the body. The heart has to work way harder to pump all that extra blood. The uterus itself can start pressing on major veins, causing fluid to pool in the legs and feet, hello, swollen ankles. It can even press on a big vein returning blood to the heart, which can cause a sudden, really dizzying drop in blood pressure.
Okay, so we've covered the immune system, the digestive system, the heart, but we've saved the most complicated, least understood organ for last, the brain. Its transformation might just be the most fascinating piece of the entire puzzle.
I mean, after seeing how every other part of the body gets a complete overhaul, you have to wonder, right? What about the brain? For the longest time, what actually happens inside the pregnant brain has been a total mystery, but that's finally starting to change. Well, for the first time, new research is giving us a peek inside, and what it's showing is pretty mind-blowing. The changes don't seem to be random at all. Brain scans actually show distinct differences after pregnancy, And the main theory is that these are adaptations. The brain might be rewiring itself to make you a better parent. For instance, getting better at reading a baby's face, a skill that's absolutely crucial when they can't tell you what they need.
So you might be asking, why are we only learning this now? Well, this quote really hits the nail on the head. For decades, pretty much all the research focused exclusively on the fetus. The pregnant person was often seen as just a vessel. It's a huge historical gap that we're only now starting to fill. But now we're finally turning a corner. We're beginning to study the incredible, astounding biology of the pregnant person. Every system altered, every process recalibrated. And it really makes you wonder, as we finally start to study the full story of pregnancy, what other incredible secrets of human biology are we going to uncover?